This is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11, Michael Commiso, and the battle buddies. Well, I sit here and as you know, I want to let you know that when you are a veteran, you know, if you are a veteran, that means you was a soldier at one point in time. But, you know, just because I'm a veteran does not mean I'm still technically an American soldier. Oh my God. You know, remember when the days on the internet where you could smoke weed and party? I never got to do that back home from war online. So I'm sitting here acting like I do worry about people, but I care about them. But, you know, I deserve a good life as a veteran back home.
Without a doubt, the worst moment.
So, the reason why I collect things to block out the world. I was the soldier at war that blocked out the war somehow in my head. I'm collecting for me on YouTube. That's why it's called YouTube. So, instead of trying to fix the world as I always try to in my video, I got another. After 9/11, Michael Commiso. So I don't know how to. Just because the law does not technically what is a good site to use and use the site against people, over time you won't look good to the public internet. So it's like everybody acts like they did. Is that I out? The whole world thinks like one person on the internet. If that was the case, this place, this planet Earth in outer space, we'd be the boringest motherfucker planet in outer space if all we do is fight all the time on the internet. So, I collect things. I'm not sure about baseballs technically because I came back home for war. So I just look at it and it looks good to me as a baseball. That's how I do it. I look at the ball like this. You look at people that collect things, they're like this. You know, you ever watch America Pickers and Stars Wars? If you watch Pawn Stars, America Country, and Stars Wars and America Pickers, they're all like this all the time. And the shows, they're all like this. You know, but it's because American Pickers is funny because Mike and Ralph, or what the other guy's name, they're all through the whole show like this, going to people's houses. Oh shit, that shit goes out. A fun show because it's funny. They climb American Pickers for all this fucking shit. Going through the whole house going like this. Oh shit, this is the shit. didn't learn much of collecting until I watched them shows in America. So, get right to the baseball and stop trying to fix veterans back home. So, I don't know much about baseballs. I just look and I got the Abraham Lincoln. I can't say it. I'm from Trenton. I can't say it either. So you gotta go like this. When you collect things, you gotta go like this. Alright, in the years of me collecting baseballs, because I'm an American man that collects baseballs, when you collect things, make sure you collect with style, you see. I don't know. Alright, so far the baseballs I've you see how it's crisscross like that? That means it's an 1800 baseball. When you see a crisscross light laces, it's an 1800 baseball. So far, I got like three balls that's from 1800 from Abraham Lincoln. This is the third one. And I noticed the 1800 balls are crisscross. And now the newer baseballs doesn't have an X on it. As this is the 18. And on the bottom, see on the bottom, that's how the 1800 ball looks. It's crisscross. It's got, when I look at it, they say people can remake a baseball, but it's probably you have to get a license saying that you can make a reball, just like on baseball cards. And probably stamps. It's probably when you collect things in America. There are probably ways of collecting things. I don't know. But I got three 1800 balls that are crisscrossing. And when I look at the signature, it looks like somebody. It's probably to remake something. It's probably super hard to remake this ball. Because in real life, people want the real shit. They don't want fake shit. So making fake shit in the world is probably hard to do and everything. So you have to have a license to remake this baseball. Usually, you can tell it's a reprint because they will have to say something on the ball indicating that it's a reprint ball. But when I look at this ball, it looks like an 1800 baseball. If they run, and this ball has marks on it. That's cool, man. See, look. See Abraham Lincoln? When you've been in America as long as me, you will figure out who is America, Abraham Lincoln is on the internet. Abraham Lincoln was one of the American presidents back in 1800s and shit. So I did the math in my head and everything. I could do math in my head. I have to write it down and shit, but I could just... And I don't know. I can't really determine if this real if we get an expert. But how you, as a, I would consider myself a decent collector man in America. And to, we all know people are, with the internet, people are lazy using the internet all the time. Because you don't go out and find real information on people by walking down the street on the internet. You just listen to what anybody says on the internet. But I got 3 of them now, and this one looks cool. And I buy them on eBay, and they're like sports stores. So some comes from stores on eBay, and some comes from collectors that had it and everything. So I don't know exactly how to rate balls, but by watching American Pickers, and I didn't watch every... It's like as a, you know, it's, I have a speech impediment and a learning disability, but how easy people can use the internet and get the stories mixed up about each other and hate for no reason does not make any sense to me. So I collect things because at Lions Hospital for Combat PTSD unit told me pick a hobby. So I said maybe they want me to pick a hobby. If you really think I want to go to war and talk about, I don't want to talk about war as a veteran. I'm at the party to party and have a good time. You know, you all act like you can't have a conversation with us as veterans back home and everything. So I think the reason why Lions Hospital Combat PTSD unit told me to collect things so I could distract my mind of all the hacking, hating shit on the internet.
You can't be anything but people.
So collecting things make me happy, and I'm pretty damn good at it. I would say I'm pretty good at collecting things as I collect things as a kid. Because when you're a kid, you don't know what you're collecting. I'm like a beginner of the beginning. I don't know what shit I'm talking about. I'm Commiso. So, but when I looked at a lot of balls so far. And yeah, it's good to re-look at it because sometimes you could be wrong and it could be something good. Because I highly doubt they remade. If there's a remake of something, it's probably only a second copy of it. Like back in the 1400s, if somebody remade the Da Vinci Code painting, the lady, there would be 2 copies back in the day. But as an artist, you're probably saying they're going to destroy my painting. So there's probably like 3 copies of that painting. One that they made fake, one that the painter made, and the painter said they're going to destroy my art. I need to make another painting. So there probably is like 3, the fake one, the real one, and the second real one. Because the artist was back in 1400 saying that So technically, if there's a copy of something, it's probably only the second copy of a baseball. And I would say, as doing math in high school, I got A's and B's in high school in math. And I calculate there's probably, if there was something fake out there, there'd only be one fake really thing out of that real copy or something. And the whole world of every history and time of something was made, probably. So, me picking balls on, I am an amateur collector, guy. I made a watch American Pickers, Pawn Stars, and Star Wars, but I just really look out what they look for on the show, really. Whatever they look for at every show. So I was like, you know what? I got the eye of what they really want on the show. And so Abraham, I would say in history, Abraham Lincoln was a cool cat, man. Because he stood up for a lot of people. Abraham Lincoln was a lawyer. So as a lawyer, as a president, the lawyer's job is to protect the person. When you hire a lawyer, they're supposed to protect you as a lawyer. So Abraham Lincoln was probably a good president as a lawyer because he was trying to protect everybody from the war as Abraham Lincoln and everything. So that's the reason why I got that Abraham Lincoln. Say, look, I put it on my, when I zoom in, the ball zooms in. So I don't know if we can see it. It says, it looks like he puts an A and then Lincoln. He says, I'm the president. I don't have time to write out my full name, so I have to put A and Lincoln. So that's the, and look at the laces. The laces looks old. And it's got old, it looks like, look, it looks like a pen was written on it. They had pens back in 1800s, right? Or ink, they had pens and shit. You know, people act like in 1800s they had pen and shit, pens and pencils and stuff. They had, hey, as human beings on earth, we have a writing tool for each history. So when caveman figured out how to write shit on walls, people know how to write on shit back in the day in history. So they had pens back in the day. I didn't do a research of the, if there's a rarest pen in the world, I don't know. Well, look, that says Abraham Lincoln, and it looks like, according to the autograph guy on TV, says it looks like a one stroke on a ball. There's no stopping or anything. So to sign somebody else's name and make it exactly like the autograph, you probably have to get all types of licenses to sell that item in America, all around the world and everything. So it looks like an 1800 baseball and everything. And it looks like that. See how old the laces look? I don't know if there's a way of aging laces on balls, but that looks pretty fun for 1800 ball and the crisscross. And then 1800s on the other side is this flat and everything. So I don't know. It looks like one person wrote on this ball and it was Abraham Lincoln, because it looks like he had a steady hand to write. See, somebody that autographs balls over time, you will learn how to autograph, how to sign on baseball. So a person that can sign somebody's name perfectly, that has to be the same guy that signed Babe Ruth. Because if Babe Ruth can sign his name drunk at a party and still get neat handwriting, then it's very hard to imitate somebody's autographs on the internet, and as it was in his story, because technically people want real shit. Nobody wants fake shit. They want the real Abraham Lincoln baseball to say in history, I hold a 1800 baseball in the 2021. And how many people can say that on the internet? Not only the person that sold it to me, or whoever else touched the baseball. So you don't know how many, if you know how people, a celebrity gets fans. So Abraham was a celebrity as the president back in 1800. So whoever can get this baseball is whoever was around Abraham Lincoln to sign up 1800 baseball, because baseball was invented 1846. Baseball 1846. Abraham Lincoln died 1865. So there is a chance Abraham Lincoln signed he was still alive when baseball was. So Abraham Lincoln probably met Babe Ruth, because at one point in time, he was a kid. Babe Ruth was a kid during Abraham Lincoln as the president, but he still had a chance to meet Babe Ruth somehow as a kid somehow. I don't know how, because Babe Ruth probably be a little kid in 1800s, and Abraham Lincoln was 65. So you got to figure out where Babe Ruth was born in 1800s between Abraham Lincoln. They're pretty damn close. So there might be a chance that Abraham Lincoln knew about a kid playing baseball in town. Because news, we all come up with shit to lie about on news, on the TV nowadays. But news back in the day is whatever news that actually came up in 1800. They didn't have TVs. They only had was whatever happened in the corner in town at this time in history. So I have three 1800 baseballs, and they all look like that. And whoever had these balls really took care of the balls. It's not that bad of damage on the balls. To a ball that is from 1800s to a ball that looks like this. You all thought this was Rico. The condition that it's in. You all sat and looked at the ball. How can a ball look this clean from 1800s? But that means the person that really like Abraham must have saved this ball between 1800s to all the way to now. So it looks like an 1800 ball to me. And to remake something, we all, in real life, people can tell from the fake, but I don't know, can they? Because people don't look at things like everybody else. Just because I'm not a certified baseball looking at things shit. I just look at it and it looks good to me. It just looks like somebody really, Abraham Lincoln. It looks like Abraham Lincoln signed that pole.
I've been hit hard by fees from the
See? Because what I do is I type on Google and I say Abraham Lincoln and his signature, and I look through the images and see how I look at how Abraham Lincoln mostly signed his name. He mostly signed his name like that.
But it sure is wonderful. So if you're not getting Domino's, skip
delivery
apps and order directly from a local restaurant.
I don't know. I'm just an American man back home from war collecting baseball. I had no class on baseball collect. I really don't think there is a class on how collecting baseball. People, there's not really a class. Well, I guess American Pickers is like people can learn from TV and make a class on TV, like a TV show. So American Pickers is like a class. And Pawn Stars and Stores Wars, I like them three. Stores Wars, the show looks good when you watch like Stores Wars. It looks like they're just playing and having fun and acting like they're fighting with each other at Stores Wars. But it's fun. It's fun to watch that when they're not fighting. It looks fun when they're not fighting in the show and they look like they're just friends and having fun on the show. That looks good on TV and everything. So I like it. And they are having fun on the show and everything. It looks cool sometimes. Like they make the person argue how much you want from this stuff. But it's fun what people. Now I like Family Matters. They gotta make real life shows. Just because people act like Family Matters and Bill Cosby show, stuff like that. I think Bill Cosby's family was actually the way Bill Cosby played it in the show. And just like Family Matters and stuff. So when you have reality show, in reality, I highly doubt we are that mean to each other on reality shows because you're all friends on the show and stuff. So you figure out a way to get along. And it looks good when you're happy on the show. It's funny it's like when you collect things, it's like finding treasure. So I like Stores Wars. That guy, the older guy? I forgot his name. I think it was a B word name. And when he collects things, he's like in the locker in Stores Wars, that old guy, and he was like, holy shit, he just found something from Titanic or something. When he goes in the stores and stuff. So I like that guy because he's funny. What's his name? They know what they're doing, but to know what to do all the time, really people don't know how to collect things. So it's American Pickers and Stores Wars and Pawn Stars. It's funny. It's funny when they fight a little bit in the show. Like, but when they get all mean on the show, it's like, don't fight. It looks like a bunch of hippies on American Pickers, Pawn Stars, and Stores, just collecting shit and see what they can find on TV on it. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been collecting baseballs for years, so I got that on eBay. So it says Abraham Lincoln. So I think the reason why I pick Abraham Lincoln, because I'm just like him. I care about people. So Abraham Lincoln probably was worried about everybody that was at war as a president. So he was trying to protect I feel like he was a good guy, as he was trained to be a lawyer. to try to protect everybody at war as Abraham Lincoln. So it has a good age to it, but I really don't know about baseballs as everybody thinks I do. That's what I wanted to say on my YouTube show. So if y'all shit, he lied. That wasn't a real ball on his channel on YouTube. He's a lie in the public world online. And I tell you, I don't know shit about baseballs or anything. That I play baseball in America and throw the shit and everything. But technically, that's how I know baseball. And then collect the shit I really don't know either. So, the way it looks real. That looks like a good signature. If this is a copy, this is a hell of a fucking copy, dude. So it has to. You have to get licensed to copy. You know when they reprint Babe Ruth's name because it will look like it came from the store yesterday. But a ball from and that'd be cool, man. I got a ball. All the shit that happened between 1800s and 2021 somehow going through the mail system and all the way. Abraham Lincoln was the president. I'm not that far from Washington, D.C. I'm from New Jersey. So chances of me getting an 1800 ball in my own country as an American, it's like 99%. So I would believe there's like 1% fake shit on the internet and 99% real shit. I think that's like there's 99% porn on the internet and 1% of haters as a soldier after 9/11 attack in New York City, you know. So my grandpa died, and as a veteran, you all throw all this stuff at me like I know how to go to court. It sucks that people know how to help each other out at court and don't do it. That's not your job, to screw people's life over. Your job is serve and protect American people as the law enforcement too, as court. That's your job. Not to sit on my computer and determine, oh, I didn't watch enough porn yet for me to keep going back to court. But you just sit there and know that I'm an artist. And I have feelings I have a really good heart. Just because I'm an American soldier after 9/11 attack in New York City, I'm a heartless person. I must have the biggest heart to serve my country after 9/11. Because I was worried about people that died in 9/11. Maybe that's why on the wrestling team I wasn't doing good. And I didn't do my senior year in high school. Doing is thinking how to help people out. You all think I'm just thinking out, oh, this is the reason why I make videos. No, I like making YouTube videos. I'm not trying to I don't understand that. I think you use copyright so much on the internet, people can't each other. So it's obvious that people like making YouTube videos, but there are assholes on YouTube that's trying. I think that's the only reason why somebody mess up a site or a YouTube channel or a YouTube site. I would consider all sites online are channels that you watch on TV. Because nowadays you can put your laptop on your TV. I know how to connect my laptop to my TV and I got a bigger screen to watch movies on YouTube from my laptop. So technically the only thing that you need nowadays to watch free TV is somebody's router password. And as a corny ass gang outside, you act bad on purpose as a gang because you figure that's how a gang fucking acts. And as you watch movies and shit. So I just came back home as haters on a 4th of July parade street because America is still America. No matter how much bullshit you all talk about each other online. So I'm not sure actually runs the internet, but I don't think the internet is that hard for anybody to use online nowadays. So for you guys as people can't figure out how to fix the internet by now, that's not my fault. As a veteran, I should be worried, shit, I deserve a house. You all sit outside and act like veterans don't deserve their own house one day. I think every veteran after 9/11 deserves their own house one day as American heroes back home, right? So how hard is it for you guys to claim that there's problems with countries? So why don't they just fix the problem so there'll be world peace from each country's online? So I don't understand the hate where you all know how to make world peace and get along with each other. And technically, if the internet's still up this long, the only reason why the internet's up this long because people are nice to each other on the internet. So I'm not sure the fake shit that you come up for a reason to hate each other, to fight and kill each other on the streets. Well, it's so easy to be nice to each other as neighbors all around and everywhere in the whole world. So there's only one bullshit on the internet. And 99% true that we all can just be friends in the world and not fight with each other and not have wars. So world peace will help each other's countries out a whole lot more than having wars at your countries. So I'm not sure how many after 9/11 attack or how much crime they said is on the internet. But I highly doubt after 9/11 the internet is not unsafe to use because people will stop using the internet. So I think it's bullshit as I have problems of my own as a veteran to put me for more problems, and I'm just collecting baseballs and trying to be Michael Commiso back home as a born in the USA American man. Yeah, it's true. I was born in the USA in the 80s around here. And to me, as a kid, to grow up and see how you are as an adult now, as you kids being friends, and we can have a 4th of July parade street without nobody fighting. It's just bullshit up the fighting all around the world as you all grew up with Michael Jackson music. Just because, what's the year is this on the internet? It may be 2021, but you all talking to each other as countries like it's the 600 BC on the internet. So it's not my fault that the court did not update the internet for me to use safe sites without me getting in trouble over naked people in a free country in the 21st century. So in a way, it's the law's fault to allow me to believe that the site is real and okay to use it, as you a hater back home hack me and put advertisements on my computer. That's what a hack is. Somebody constantly putting an advertisement on your computer. So for me to calm down for all the bullshit, 1% bullshit, I collect baseball. I found this on eBay. Looks good to me. So that's what I do to block out the bullshit in Mercer Township like this some kind of toughest ghetto in the motherfucking world. And when people start talking to me like Americans, like I can go, and I'm allowed to go to Hooters and look at Hooters without me getting judged of all the people that looked at Hooters that before me came back home from war online. So it just seems that to the public eyes, you act like the internet is some kind of top secret shit. Internet may have been top secret shit back in the day, but the internet is a social media, and everybody watched that movie, The Internship, and now you're all acting like the internship and moving all around the world and everything. That's how the internet works. So how fast we get information on each other, and somehow I only got a few haters on me. Technically, I'm a good guy, and a lot of people like Michael Commiso. So the only reason why there's haters on my computers, because you have nothing else better to do when it's still a free country in America, as your kid still goes to school in America. You can have a life of your own as a veteran back home too. My life matters. I like that I didn't join the gang or the terrorist group after 9/11. I'm actually cooler not being a gang member as a soldier and a terrorist group. Because you're technically a real bad guy and nobody fucking likes you on the street as terrorists in the gang outside. You don't act like everybody fucking likes you. No, nobody fucking likes you. How easy it is for you guys to respect each other all around the world and have world peace instead of talking bullshit that you do on the internet 24 hours. So, I collect things to try to calm down. I smoke weed to try to calm down because you guys upset me as a veteran after 9/11 so much. You all act like I don't know how to do things as a soldier, and I think I'm doing pretty well, even the fact that you called me a name as an American court and American site back home. So it's unfair that you can watch billions and billions of porn at court and law and don't get in trouble, and randomly select people that can't fuck anymore. It's not American justice on the internet. That's the only reason why people are going to jail, because you're just a fucking hater who fucks online and shit on the street. That's not being good friends. When you go to a party, a real good party, everybody gets a girlfriend at the party and not left out from that party. That's how the party on the internet should be, to have world peace and stop fucking talking shit to each other. But I can't think like you guys. Me thinking like you guys messing up my head, and all I want to do as a veteran back home is collect fucking baseballs and shit. And I would like to party too and shit, man. If you all learn how to party with each other and have a good time over the years, it shouldn't be that hard for a veteran after 9/11 attack in New York City, dude. So I collect baseball games. So that's the one I got. So I don't know. Well, that's all. This is a disabled combat veteran after 9/11 attacking New York City. And the better one. That's all you're doing on the internet. Y'all crying on the internet.